20 kilometres from Culgira, still in the South Australia, and we're about to go over the railway line, which is a bit exciting. Just crossing it right now. Goes off into the distance, but it gives us a bit of a good look out at the plain. And as you see, there's a few little hills on the horizon, but otherwise it's pretty flat and scrubby.
State border visitor information. Do you want to stop?
No, I want the border sign. They're in now in the Northern Territory.
Quarantine period, no.
Oh, it's about coronavirus.
Oh, here's the border.
There it is. Pull.
I am, I'm just stopping. Gotta get me thumb off. Yeah, cool.
Welcome to Pinky's Travel Adventures episode 15, and we're now in the Northern Territory, or at least Tracey's in the Northern Territory. I'm in South Australia, and
As you can see.
we're standing on the border, and let's just have a look at this big one. Big welcome to the Northern Territory. Right behind us. And it's been a southerly wind all the way, so it's been great for our economy.
Yes.
Okay.
Maximum speed is 110.
130.
What? Did you want to take a picture of that?
Oh, I've got it on the video.
Oh.
It's quite it's pretty stark that now we're in Northern Territory, we're just over the border, and it's very rocky, as in bouldery and big rocks everywhere. Not the open plains that South Australia was, or the undulating, but this is very bouldery and rocky. And, you can't see it, but out to the left and out to the right, it's just big lumps of rock. Very weird. And there's another one up here coming up on the left, which you should be able to pick up. Yeah. Just jutting out of the ground.
All the way.
It's like a little ridge, doesn't it? Here we are at Culgira, Roadhouse caravan stop, and we seem to have parked overnight in the Jayco row. Starting off with the latest arrival last night is a Jayco Starcraft, and followed by a Jayco Journey Deluxe, and then the Jayco Crosstrack, and then the Jayco All Terrain. And what pulled up yesterday afternoon late was a couple of heavy transporters. I'll just turn around and show you those. They look like they've come up the road from Fink. Just turn around. You can see them now. Two of them. Look like they're getting ready to move out shortly. It looks like they're changing a couple of tyres on the trailers. And the guy sleeps in his van. Escort vehicle. Must be ready to roll out. Oh, the guys sleep in the back of the trucks too.
So we've left this morning early and we're still heading in the NT, and we're just amazed at how green it
We're 30 kilometres from Mount Connor, and we've come across these funny looking tall things, and there's heaps of them off to the left hand side of the road. Crazy looking things. They're like tall boys, or just pan around this way, and this gets really thick. And there are trees. So this must cop a bit of rain every now and then to be able to grow trees, sustain trees.
And still very green.
And it's still very green.
We're just calling in at the Mount Connor lookout.
Okay.
So we're going to pull into the Mount Connor lookout, and you'll get a good view of the mountain.
Mount Connor.
And there it is. Mount Connor. Curtin Springs. Middle of nowhere. About 100 kilometres from Ayers Rock or Uluru, isn't it? Uluru.
I'm just going to go into the office, I think.
Yep.
Campground. Where's the office?
Over there, I would imagine. Where that lady is.
Geez, that's cars packed up over there.
Oh, goodness, it is too. No shirt, no service. Does that say sex what? We'll just park there somewhere, honey. Where are you going? Showers, toilets.
Where's the office?
I would imagine it'd be in there.
That brick building.
Yes. I don't know what Bruce is doing, but stop, because this man's taking a photo.
Sex, now they have your attention. No shirt, no service.
And it says shop.
Shop.
Budget accommodation.
Welcome to Curtin Springs, the place between the two cattle grids. And it's an intriguing sight, watching all the vehicles come in here and not knowing where to go. So it's I'm looking at the moment at Mount Connor, and the place at the moment so it has diesel and petrol, and the front office is there underneath the flattened out boomerang that says Curtin Springs, with two Islander spears, or two columns of Islander spears. Let's have a look at the pricing of the diesel. $2.79.9 cents a litre. And $2.69 for unleaded. And here's the front entry. And
Sir, can I help you?
oh, not with a black hat, no.
It's just other
Oh.
accommodations down there.
So this is some of the accommodation for groups. It's
Beautiful
got
lawn here.
lots of grass. They've really spent some time on the grass, haven't they?
Yeah, these old cabins are from the 2000 Sydney Olympics. They transported down here.
Put extra roofs on them to insulate them a bit. Oh, they've dropped the trailer off. That's the workers that came down. They've dropped the trailer off.
Oh yes, yeah. So there was a pool down there, but that's only staff.
Yeah, it's a staff pool. Yeah,
It says keep out. Looks pretty green.
and that looks like that's the residence down there. It's pretty green.
Yeah.
There might be these ones from the Olympics. They're a bit more modern.
Yeah, these ones are the sort of yes, I'd say these are the Olympic ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't access that, so we'll keep out.
Yeah.
Staff only. A lot of birds are using it.
It's a bird pool. I thought I saw another couple drive down here.
There's a laundry there, but again, it's only staff.
Guest laundry.
They do look after their lawns though.
Yeah, they get the grass growing.
Great lawns. Well, when we arrived, this lawn here on our right, they had someone speaking or a bird.
I don't know.
And they had about 3 sprinklers going on this lawn, and this one here as well. There's the beer garden all underneath it.
A little bit cooler under here, isn't it?
Beautiful, mate. Hey, it's like I'm on holiday.
So as a thanks, mate. See ya. Drive carefully. Don't hit the skippies, bush chooks, humpies, hitchhikers, brumbies, or truckies. And on the other side, it says sacks. Know that we have your attention. No shirt, no service. And the picture that the Dunnies are over there. Surprising how many people have no idea where the Dunnies are. 1 hour tours of the piping. So we found a grassy spot at Curtin Springs under a tree in the shade, and Pixar's gone to sleep.
Finally.
Does that mean she won't sleep tonight?
No,
No,
she'll
she'll sleep.
still sleep.
At least there's somewhere we can bring her tonight. She wants to have a roll.
She loves
And
rolling.
there's actually a nice grass area down near the aviary too.
Yeah.
That's beautiful as well.
Yeah, it's funny because when you first arrive, it all seems very barren, and then when you actually come through and in, there's lots of really lovely green spots. And aviary and gardens and
A couple of buses pulled in. Are they all discharged? They're all going in to buy ice creams or something.
ready.
Yeah.
See the saw? Can't get the
What's
saw.
So this is the Curtin Springs
The saw.
On the floor, yeah.
bar, reception, chocolate bar and a fridge, and the alcohol. And a Jim Beam is $10.50. A Bundy and rum is $11.
Oh, is that 2 sauces or just 1?
Yeah, 2 sauces, please.
Do you want to just pull maybe
So we're at Curtin Springs having takeout and dinner. And I've got camel pie. And Tracey's got cheese and spinach roll. And Miranda's waiting for her camel pie to come out of the bakery.
Yep, looking forward to it.
We've got one hump or two?
Yep.
So this 1 million acre property that we're staying on stocks Murray Greys and camels. And one of their byproducts is camel pie. Thought I'd better try it.
Has it got one hump or two?
As many humps as you want.
They're both weirdos, I tell you.
There's a photograph in there on their board of a camel, dead camel, on the ground. There is.
There's a photo of 2 humping camels too.
Yeah,
They're yummy.
blew a steer tyre.
Wow. Is this the
That's a truck.
That was what blocked the highway for 3 days.
How many carriages?
3.
3.
Gas.
Yeah, gas.
And it caught fire?
Nope.
No.
No, they had to close it due to the fact that
It was gas.
they had to decant it.
Wow.
Wow, wow. You still had gas in it?
Yep,
Right.
it was fully loaded.
It was on its way out.
Wow.
Blew a steer tyre.
That's the front tyre.
Oh, tyre.
So the driver was okay?
He's actually found out today from another truck driver that comes in and out of here all the time that knows him personally. He's still in an induced coma in Alice. Yep.
Wow.
So I imagine they travel at a good speed.
100 k's an hour is the maximum they're allowed to do.
Bye. Have a good night.
See you later.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, 100 k's an hour is the maximum they're allowed to do.
Wow.
So say if your steer tyre goes, gone.
How much you can do about that?
You can see them. They're those camels.
Oh yeah. Oh, they are dark, aren't they?
Last time we saw that herd of camels, we called Grumpy out, and he came out with a 308 and just started shooting at them.
That's one of the tanks that they shot up that I was telling you about
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
earlier. Yep.
Wow. That's terrible, isn't it?
It is.
It's just unbelievable.
What happened?
That's why people aren't allowed out on the property, is because we had people come through and do damage.
Didn't one of them chuck dynamite down her?
It's just, I can't believe that.
Yeah, no.
Where am I supposed to get my hands on some dynamite?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They must have knocked it off from somewhere.
it's just unreal.
Probably working.
Well, if you like, we drive around with ammunition all the time, so
Yeah.
we get the right to buy it. He might have, the people might have been an explosive
Explosive
technician.
expert, just give it a go.
Yep.
But do you think that sort of person would be a bit more responsible?
Yeah, well, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
The water there's pretty shallow.
Yeah, such a shame.
It is.
Spoils it for everyone.
And if you've got explosives, share them.
See, in New South Wales, it's really hard to get your hands just on fireworks. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You can only get fireworks here one day out of the year, 2 days.
One.
Oh, can't get them on Christmas Eve?
Look, it's only
Territory Day.
Territory Day, yeah.
Territory Day.
Yeah, we can't even get them, can we?
We can't get them.
Birthday weekend years ago.
Used to be able to get them in Canberra, but they shut them down.
Shut them down too.
I don't understand why they're so strict with fireworks.
A lot of people got hurt.
There's idiots
Yeah.
out there.
Kids, a lot of kids lost their eyes. Guys.
Eyes and fingers.
Tell
Yeah.
them to be more responsible.
Well, it's
It's a bit
called.
late.
It's called. It used to be called survival of the fittest. Now
See you later.
it's survival of the dumbest.
Yep. Yeah. You just need to listen to what you just said.
Oh yeah, just asking
All
silly
right,
people
just
to be safe
listening
with
to yourself
fireworks.
and then go back and look at yourself. You don't listen to anyone.
I listen to people.
You don't take it on board.
I listen to Grumpy.
I think everyone does.
I think they have to, don't they?
And
So-
Nana,
Yeah.
most of the time. And
So,
you.
there you go.
So tell me on this property, you got your own motorbike?
No, I have one in the shed that I'm trying to fix, but it's a station.
Belongs to the station. Ah.
One day.
Best way for them to learn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
fix
It is.
It
Fix
When I
it
was
up.
your age, my uncle had a big property, nothing like this. But I had my own motorbike. He gave it to me, and I had to fix it up to get it going. When I was about 11 or 12, he helped me. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
You appreciate it more.
You do.
Yeah, you do
I mean,
too,
he gave it to me, but he said it's got some things missing. Do a bit of research and fix it up. I'm not a mechanic. He helped me.
Yeah.
He was the old bush mechanic and
It was like
got it going.
the other day out of this, where we were doing the fire ground, the chainsaw, station chainsaw. The guys here, they've not respected it. I spent more time fixing it than using it.
Yeah.
So in the end, I cracked the shits and threw it on the back of the ute and left it. Today we were cutting trees down with my own chainsaw
Why'd you cut the tree over by the fence down?
because Grumpy wanted it down.
But I like that tree.
Is that one just out here?
Yeah, out here, out there, and also over the.
You're out here cutting.
Yeah. So I had my chainsaw. Two of the guys turned around and said, "That's amazing seeing that work. That's working so well." And I said, "Yeah, that's what happens when you look after your equipment." And one of the guys turned around and said, "Well, can we borrow it?"
No.
And I said, "Yeah, you can borrow it, but bend over and drop your DAX first." And he goes, "No." And I said, "Well, there's your answer."
It's amazing how many people look after their own equipment but no one else does.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, and that's what I keep telling them.
Yeah.
Treat it like your own, and it will work perfectly for you.
Yeah, you service it, you look after it.
They won't do it, no, because they rely on me to service everything.
Alright. Got a couple of golden retriever. It looks like a golden
It's a
retriever.
golden retriever.
Is his name Mr. Snugglesworth?
No.
He's so lovely.
Pixar.
You'll have to wake her up.
So where are you guys from?
We work up here. I'm from Geelong.
Geelong.
We do 2 weeks on, 2
Sydney?
weeks off.
What part of Sydney?
Sylvania Shire.
What'd he say?
Oh, 2. He's got 2. How old is he?
He just said, "I've got to get one of them," and I said, "What?" So you can get
I
guys to
better
come
take
up
a
to you
photo
and
for
say,
his
"Oh, what a
wife."
beautiful dog."
Oh, tricks.
Yeah, food.
Ah, yes.
I'm sorry.
He's looking at
So what time are you supposed to start work? 6:10, yeah.
like this. How old? Sorry?
No, it's
Nine.
just
9. I've got a 5-year-old Goldie and a half Goldie / German Shepherd.
Oh wow, what's that look like?
I'll show you. Gorgeous. Super smart.
Oh, you've got a blondie too. Look at her, she's so beautiful.
See, that's how you have a discipline.
Unfortunately, she gets more comments than us.
Yeah, I know.
Well, more comments than me.
I've got a Weimaraner.
Girl.
Well, they can often confuse her with a one.
No, the
The
Miranda.
Merrimer sheepdog. Yeah, I've definitely a Merrimer sheepdog. Yeah, the Weimaraner's a grey.
yes, yeah.
Grey ghost, whatever they
Yes,
call it.
yeah.
She's great.
All photos of the golden retriever. Well, that.
Oh wow,
Yeah. So.
that's like his dog that he's just
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that guy's name?
Grumpy.
No, that's
No, he's not
Grumpy.
Oh no,
Oh.
that's the guy
Yeah.
here. Graham.
Graham.
Yeah. So like. Yeah. Goldie and
Yep.
black. Everything like a Goldie except for black with the German Shepherd feet.
Exactly
Yeah.
what his dog was like, yeah.
You know how Goldies have their tails up?
Yep.
Hers is down like a German Shepherd.
German Shepherd down.
And she's super smart.
So she's travelling around with these.
Yeah, she's struggling a bit in the heat because we live at Port Macquarie.
Yeah, okay.
So she's at the beach every day.
Yep.
So she's struggling a bit with the heat, but when we can, there's a sprinkler over here. We'll put it on her and
Yeah,
just to cool her down.
No, she sleeps in the van with us. We've got
Yeah,
the aircon.
got the air conditioner.
I dare say she's very well looked after.
Oh.
I gathered that. Look
So
at
you
this.
guys just, how long are you working for here?
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
So
We're working in Lara.
We were at the airport fire station.
Okay.
Yeah, so we work for the federal government. So
At Illawarra, yeah.
That's where we hope to go tomorrow, just for a drive.
Yeah.
We can't go into the national park.
Yeah.
yeah. So
But we're usually, he's from Sydney, I'm usually from Melbourne, but you do 2 years up here for something different.
contractor. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2 weeks.
Then back to Melbourne we go.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's very quiet up here. You don't do too much. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Put my hand up.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
it's good. It's very nice up here. Yeah, it's relaxing.
Kind of gets under the skin a bit, doesn't it? It's like,
But this is nice. It's grass.
It is.
She just rolls in the
Yeah,
grass.
sure. I could imagine she'd love that.
She loves it.
It's nice grass.
That's the nicest grass you're going to get for probably another couple 100k.
Yeah.
So enjoy that.
Make the most of it,
We
Pixar.
used that grass.
Pedy, and there was
In
no-
Kingston?
Yeah,
We had to stop at 2
We
stops.
stopped at a couple of homesteads on the way
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. It's all going good, like.
Oh yeah, it's
Did
great.
you?
She's
Well,
good.
we saw Marla
The
and
beach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Foot by foot.
5 weeks.
So
Yeah.
5 weeks since you
And then we
left
brought it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you've gone.
And
So
kept growing.
South Australia,
Keep the water up to it.
Peninsula,
you went down to
Broken, through Broken Hill.
South
Yeah.
Australia, through Pedy here. and
He's
then
got a dog like your old one.
Pardon?
He's got a dog like your old one.
Crossed into the top of Queensland.
Yep.
And then back home.
To Moree.
That's
Your
good.
dog.
We've got a daughter at Moree.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go and
that's
see her,
good.
and see her for the kids.
Yeah, wow.
And then back
Yeah, I got a
to
border
Forest.
collie. Well, I had a border collie golden, cross gold Labrador.
This one's a Goldie cross German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
And you go
Got
to
the see the German Shepherd feet.
Yeah.
I went there as a kid, and I remember it was amazing.
Got the Goldie ears.
Right, not Lawn Hill. Because we can't take her.
Yeah, okay.
Getting close.
Lawn Hill
Lawn Hill.
in Queensland.
Yeah, Lawn Hill.
Yeah.
Oh mate, what a spot.
Yeah, we can't take her, so we'll go
Yeah.
to Adele's.
Jealous brave.
Oh yeah, which is Lawn Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, virtually, yeah.
Oh, same thing. Pretty much fatter, but yeah,
Oh, she was fat.
because she's older.
So where are you from?
13 years old.
Yeah, yeah,
And we had to have her put down 3 weeks ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, well, she had a seizure and I gave her mouth to mouth 10 minutes on the ground before the vet got there. And when he got there, we said, no, she's brain dead.
13's a fair old.
13 years ago. He was 15.
But the worst thing about it is she was playing around really good until she had the seizure. And there's nothing. She was gone.
Just like a brain bleed or something.
Happens like that.
If I have a seizure and I'm totally brain dead, can you shoot me?
No, I want to see you suffer.
Nice try.
Yeah, I want to see you suffer.
I'll ask Grumpy to shoot me then.
He wouldn't waste a bullet on you.
It costs too much.
And after seeing him shoot those camels that other week, you'd be the safest thing out there. I'd be worried about everything else around.
Water tanks.
He shot the water tank?
No.
Yeah.
It just blows inside out. It's like Johnny Tumbleweeds.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that.
That's all right.
Oh, yes, there's not many here. Have a safe trip in
Thanks, guys.
Dogs.
You sit right next to me.
The dog gets more comments than us.
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't talk to us. He's talking very open.
Exactly the same, he said.
It's amazing.
Well, Pix, go home.
Time for a shower.
Yeah.
You guys head off tomorrow morning early. We'll possibly see you, and then we'll head off in the afternoon.
And another grassy patch that's been taken over by a bunch of freeloaders and a dog. There's some interesting artwork on the old shower block. Curtin Springs, 1,608 square miles, 1 million acres. Alice Springs 360, Ayers Rock 100 kilometres. And there's a Mount Connor and Romeo. The Bow Shed. The Bow Shed was originally a homestead for the Severin family when they arrived in Curtin Springs in 1956. They lived under here for 3 years. It's made of uprights of beams from desert oak trees with chickamaya and spinifex grass on top of the roof. Bow sheds were the first evaporated air conditioning rooms. Simply put a sprinkler on top. It is our beer garden and dining area. Sitting under it today provides opportunity to experience early life in such remote areas as our very common shelter of the day. Curtin Springs Station, Murray Grays. I've Many Central Australian cattle stations, Curtin Springs saw many changes in the early years. First taken up by Pedy de Conley in the 1930s, stock of sheep, known as Mount Connor Station. In 1940 it was leased to Adam Andrews, who wanted to call the property Stalin Springs after Joseph Stalin of Russia. His sons objected and it became as Curtin Springs after the late Honourable John Curtin, the then Prime Minister of Australia. 56, Peter Severin arrived with his young wife Dawn and their toddler son Ashley. And cattle, the station was 500 square miles. Arrived in Vanguard and Bedford truck full of supplies and all the worldly possessions. 1957, the first tours to Ayers Rock began. Once a week by Len Tuitt. First liquor licence obtained, 1958. Fuel dispensing truck in 1958. Small grocery store. And a drill for water. They installed the chain in 1963 on Ayers Rock. And Len Tuitt increased his buses to 2 a week. Stonehouse was built in 67. Road trains drove cattle to the market. Highest rainfall 32 inches. So this brings us to the end of another video. In this video we do a lot of traveling and set up camp at Curtin Springs for 4 nights. We do a day trip into Ayers Rock, but that's subject to another video. So this video covers going all the way from Coober, Pedy in the centre of South Australia, and all the way up here to Marla, where we stayed overnight, and then we went all the way up here and it came into Curtin Springs, which is just about here. Well, welcome to Pinky's Travel Adventures, episode 14. No, 15.
15. Do it start again.